Form 5 and 6, graduated, and went to college, studied marketing, management, hotel management, and expected to be a manager. But when I went looking for a job, I found myself in a bit of a catch-22. Everywhere I went, I was being asked for relevant experience, and I wondered, what is this relevant experience all about? Because I thought once you have studied and gotten the papers, then you should get the job. But I was told relevant experience in management. So I tell them, okay, fine, why don't you give me this hotel I manage, then I get relevant experience. They say, no. You must first have relevant experience. So how do I get relevant experience when nobody is ready to give me a shot? Now, that would have been okay if it was the same thing for all my friends and my colleagues in my college. You see, at college, I was amongst the best students. I was a class representative. I graduated top in my class. But some of the guys, especially the ones who are jokers, the ones who are always skiving class and that category, they got very nice jobs. And because their parents had connections, but my parents didn't have connections. So I was stranded. And I thought that was unfair. So after staying at home for several months, almost a year, somebody told me, don't wait for the job to come to you. Don't keep selecting and looking for the best job. Get whichever job that comes and just jump in. So that is what happened to me. Whereas initially I was expecting to earn like 50K, 100K as a manager, I found myself working as a cook, as a waiter, as a receptionist. My first salary was 4,000 shillings. It was very exciting. My boss could pay me on the street when we bumped into each other because it was not a lot of money. If he gave me 500 shillings and I am in advance. So being a normal Kenyan, what do you do when you're not getting the right job? You look for greener pastures. And I know there are many Kenyans who are in this kind of setup or who have been through it, where you keep looking for a job, keep looking for a job. You have the papers, but the papers are not giving you the job. So I started looking for greener pastures. So I came from a cook to a waiter to a receptionist. And I had reached a point where I thought God had forgotten me. In fact, I was working in Lavington in a Christian establishment. And a stranger came and offered me this opportunity. He told me, Fred, there's something you can do part-time, which can give you an extra income. Now, I was ready. I needed to change my life. So I joined immediately. I did not wait to talk to my neighbor, my cousin, my relative. I always say this, msumari ile umekalia wewe peke yako ndio unajua. You're the one who knows the needle that you're sitting on. Na hakuna mtu mwingine anaweza kuambia ati hapa sijui nini. For me, I was ready, I was desperate, I joined immediately. I started doing the business part-time and my life started changing. Now, initially, most of my relatives, my brothers, my sisters were very negative about this thing. They told me, Fred, you cannot make it. You're not a businessman. You've tried several businesses. They didn't work for you. What do you think you're going to, what is this that you think you're going to make it? And you see, in your life, you are told about having dreams. So I was telling them about traveling, getting into a plane, going abroad, enjoying life, all these things that we are taught in Neolife. And they told me, Fred, you're crazy. But I kept going. And this is a message especially for the distributors, for the guests on the call. When you live here, many people are going to tell you, forget about that thing. Many people have been there and they failed. And I always say this, in a class of 40 students, there is only 10 in top 10. Does it mean the 30 should not have gone to school? No. It means that the 30 should go to school, but they should work hard, because if there's one person who can be number one, even you can be number one. So for me, I looked at the other people who are making money in Neolife. I was shown magazines and I said, if these people can make money, why not me? I looked at them and said, they're human beings like me. They are breathing like me. Some are African, some are Zungus. If they can do it, I can do it better. And I was ready to learn. So I continued doing the business. In 7 months, I became a director, got a check of over 30,000. For me, that was a fortune. My salary was 10K. That was 3 times my pay. But I enjoyed the title and the recognition more than the money, because now I was being called director and I was given a pin called director. So everywhere I went, people would see a badge written, director. Let me tell you, I couldn't believe it. I mean, life was exciting at that point. And I went on building my team to become directors. and I became a world team member. Let me tell you, when I became a world team member, we were given a trip to South Africa. I had never been in a plane. And I had a dream of one day getting into a plane and going somewhere. And let me tell you, I remember that time we were told we are going to South Africa. And I was told, be at the airport at 5. I was there at 3 a.m. Got into a plane. I remember we were with Anyang and Kiraitu Murungi. Incidentally, these are the people I always used to see on television. And I consider them the rich and famous. And they're doing Neolife. They're doing this business. I said, wow, where the wadosi wako. One thing I knew from a bit of reading is that if you hang around with 3 guys who are thieves, you're probably most likely going to become the 4th one. If you hang around with 3 smokers, you'll be the 4th one. And I said, if you hang around with millionaires, 3 millionaires, you'll be the 4th one. So I said, wow, let me hang around with these people. So I remember when I was in South Africa, breakfast nakula na nyang, supper nakula na kiraitu. Life was exciting. And I said, a receptionist earning 10K, associating with these people, I said, this is the thing I'm going to do for the rest of my life. That is when I wrote my resignation letter and I said, I'm going to quit this employment. I was not born to say yes, 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 sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Even me, yes, I'm doing yes, sir. Because I wanted freedom. I wanted to be my own boss. Today is all about men. Men like being bosses. They like giving the orders. They don't like taking orders, but they like giving orders. And I wanted to be the one giving orders rather than being told, Fred, fanya ile, fanya ile, fanya ile. And I know there are some men on the audience who are saying, even me, I want to be a boss. And I looked at this opportunity, I said, we went to South Africa, we came back, and since then I've been able to travel. I've been to America, South Africa, London. I've been to more than 20 destinations, courtesy of Neolife. So if you're here and you're in the call, and your dream is to travel, you're in the right place. If you're looking for money, let me tell you, I've made money in Neolife. There's some people who are going to come who have made serious money, but I can't complain with the money I've made as well. Because I remember by the time I quit employment, I was on a 6-figure income. And that was more than 10 years ago. So the money is good. The highest check I've gotten, 1.3 million. I mean, for somebody who's earning 10,000 shillings a month, I mean, that's incredible, yeah? So the money is good. There's travel. And let me tell you, the other benefit I've gotten is health. And you see, again, we are talking to men right now. Somebody sent me a clip just before I got on the call, and he was telling me that the largest, most men, the cancer that is affecting the men the most is prostate cancer. And it's killing quite a number of men, especially black men, more than even the Wazungus. And that to me was scary. And I said, wow, it's good we are having a talk with men because really we need to take care of ourselves. And if you know, my dad was diagnosed with a swollen prostate the other day. And I told him, Daddy, you will not go for surgery because if you go for surgery and he's an old man, he's 80-something years of age, but then he was 70-something. I told him, if you go for surgery, you won't make it. And I told him, don't go. I put him on our products. He got some medicine from the doctor. And that is more than 7 years ago. The guy is normal. He was checked. He is cancer-free because I bought him the products. He's been a smoker for more than 50 years. And we thank God that he's doesn't have a prostate problem. So the message I want to give men today is your day. And I always like mentioning this on this call. Take care of yourself. Neolife has fantastic products that are there for men. Masculine herbal, zinc, omega-3. The person who invited you will give you a guideline. But vitamin E, these are products that will actually help your prostate to be healthy. It will help your libido to function. You'll function as a man. Jogoo hatakuwa anakosa kuwika, salili anatakana kuwika. I like saying that you should not live, if you are living here and you're going to Mombasa, you should not reach Mtito one day alafu kwamia hapo. You should get to Mombasa and back a few times. So for the men who are on the call, do yourself a favor. Make sure, buy omega-3, buy zinc, buy masculine herbal. Masculine you should be taking at least once in 6 months so that your prostate is healthy. And especially if you're over 40, you need to be taking masculine herbal once in 6 months to ensure that your prostate is healthy. So buy zinc, buy masculine herbal, buy vitamin E. And if you're a serious man, you buy wheat germ oil. Wheat germ oil is more powerful than vitamin E. Buy omega-3. Omega-3 will improve the sperm count. Buy TNN. These are products for men. So don't just get involved in your life to sell products. No, 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 no. It's about you using the products. And now, especially with COVID, COVID requires you to take a lot of zinc because it prevents you from getting the disease. And if you get it, you're able to recover very fast. A customer of mine, very negative guy, I've seen a guy in the police force, had COVID, and the wife bought zinc. And the guy was just taking 1 tablet a day. In 5 days, he was back on his feet. And he told the wife, now I believe supplements work. So for the men on the call, now it is not a question of kubahatisha. It is about getting in, getting started. Because if you get COVID, you'll be in hospital and you'll spend millions. And if you'll be lucky if you make it. But if you take a zinc, just zinc and omega-3, garlic, these are products that will actually help you to prevent yourself from getting COVID. So for me, that is it on my side. I'm now going to invite a very special guy. This is a guy I met. He's been in Neolife for quite a while. And he's a gentleman that I truly, truly respect. He's a vice president. He's a manager in charge of sales for South Africa. I'm saying he's a VP because I mean, this guy should be a VP. And I know he's getting there anyway. And I'm going to invite him. He's going to talk to us briefly, and he's a very fired up guy. Let's welcome Brandon to the call. Brandon, are you there?
Yes, so thank you very much, Fred. That was just beautiful. And I want to say thank you very much for the invitation to be part of this meeting. Being part of East Africa is part of Africa. And this one is a special one because this is a meeting for men. And we're talking serious stuff here today. And I like the way that you mentioned things, that we need to take care of our health. And especially men, we tend to neglect ourselves. But I just want to say thank you very much, Fred, again, for a wonderful intro and a wonderful presentation that you've done. For those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Brandon Masondo, and I'm the sales director for Neolife Southern Africa. I've been with the company for a number of years. To be exact, when I started, East Africa was also starting because when I started in 1996, we were busy making up kits that would come to East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and then Uganda. And I know a lot of distributors that started at that time. Some of them, they are no longer part of the business. Some of them, they're still part of the business. But when I started working for the company, I had been to school. I passed my exams very well. I had qualified to go to university. So life was good. I was excited about the future. But unfortunately, those times, especially here in South Africa, it was a bit difficult to, just to get bursaries to be able to pay for your tuition to go to university. So I was stranded at home waiting, looking for jobs. I couldn't find a job. Luckily, Fred did find a job, went to a hotel. I spent some time looking for work, and then I found work. Somebody said they're looking for people who would come and work in a warehouse. And I didn't ask questions how much I'm going to get paid or anything. I was interested in just getting a job and getting paid at the end of the month. As to how much it was going to be, I didn't care because I had been sitting at home for quite a while. Started working for the company, working in the warehouse. I had no clue, no idea, what the company was about. I saw people from all walks of life come into the office excited for getting tablets. And I thought, these people are mad. What is exciting about just a bunch of tablets? But as I just continued working in the company, I realized that this is not just a normal or an ordinary company, it's an extraordinary company because I saw people from all walks of life come and become part of this Neolife family. At that time, we were known as GNLD. And their lives were starting to change. And these products that they were using, they were helping them to become healthy and changing other people's health and their wealth, their lifestyle, everything just changed about them. And then I realized that this is an extraordinary company that changes people's lives. And I want to be part of this company. And I want to be part of the journey with this company Today, I'm nearly 25 years with the company, and I'm excited about the future. And I can tell you there are so many exciting, positive testimonies and stories from many people around Africa who have changed their lives through this opportunity. Now, I'm married. We have two beautiful children, and all of my children are Neolife children. They were born when I was working for the company, and they are grown up, and they are, I'm happy and fortunate and blessed that I managed to take them to the best schools, and not only to the best schools. Today, they are self-sufficient and they are positive people, because I have learned a lot from the people who are distributors, from the people who are part of the Neolife family, that you know what, it is good to be positive. It is good to be joyful. It's good to be happy. And I want to tell all of those who are on the call today that the person who invited you to this call, that person truly cares and loves you. They invited you here because they want you to come and listen. Take time off your busy schedule to find out that there is a solution to some of the challenges that are out there. I know COVID has made our lives terrible, has put us in the corner. We've lost loved ones. But what I want to say to you is this, you know what? It's not all that bad, because here's an opportunity, here's a company that can change your life and your family's life and the future generations. And the people around you, your families, your colleagues, your relatives, your neighbors, you name it. Because as a company, on our mission of making the world a healthier and a happier place, we want to make sure that there's more people that are changing their lives, who are living a better life, a life of purpose. But not only a life of purpose, because we provide the best of the best when it comes to the products. And we, when we say we provide the best of the best when it comes to the products, our products, they are of the highest quality that there is in the world, and they are the best. And when Fred was mentioning all of those products, and I just said to myself, you know what? Everybody should be using these products, even if you can't afford all of them. But what I would say to you, at least use 2 of those products. They will make a huge difference in your life. And as a company, it's a stable company. We have, it's an international company. We're growing. We're excited about the future. Very soon, hopefully at the beginning of the year, next year, we're going to be opening up new branches. We're going to be branching into Mozambique, having, to open an office there very soon. And I'm excited about that. But when I look at the company and everything that we provide, this is a time when our company has been growing stronger and stronger during the COVID period, because many people have been looking for a solution to some of the challenges health-wise. And guess what? Neolife is there. Neolife has those solutions, to help you, to have a better health. But it's not about just better health, about money, about the travel. It's also about personal development. I'll touch on that just now. But firstly, I want to tell you about the values of this company. The values of this company is honesty and integrity. When I say honesty, integrity, people are number one. This company is still standing strong in many countries. In actual fact, we're going to be celebrating 50 years in Africa. We're the pioneers in Africa. We were the first company in our industry to go to so many countries around Africa, and we're still growing. And there are people who are buying our products from even countries that we are not even in, because they know the value of our products. Now, when I say this company talks about honesty and integrity, people are number one, quality products that I've just mentioned, equal opportunity for everybody. We don't care what the standard of education you have. We don't care about your religion. We don't care about the color of your eyes. We don't care whether you're young or old. As long as you are over 18 and you want something out of life and you have a dream and a goal, be part of this opportunity, because we can help you to take you to where you want to be. I don't know why you're here today. I don't know why you said, yes, you're going to be part of this meeting. But what I can tell you, that you're going to remember this day for many years to come. Because if you say yes to this opportunity, you will remember that we shared good, exciting, positive stories that can help you to shape the future. Now, there's nothing that we can do about the past. The past is the past, but there's more that we can do about the future. Now, talking about this company, the support that you get from Neolife is just unbelievable. Here I am working in the Southern African region, working with Paul in East Africa and many other support staff. We're here to support you and help you. And your sponsor, the person that has invited you to this meeting, your world team members, your directors, your presidents, team members, we're there to support you. As a company, we want to see you become successful. And that is our job and our obligation, is to help you to become successful through this wonderful opportunity of Neolife. That is why we get the best people to give the best training. That is why we get the best people to develop the best products. This is why we have warehouses all over. And in our warehouses, we take care of the products. Before you even get the product into the warehouse, we make sure that the quality of the products is of the highest quality. Before you can even package the product, we make sure that where the planting is happening, the agricultural feeds, everything is of the highest quality, because the promise is to give you the best of the best when it comes to products. So rest assured, our products of the highest quality, and these are supplements. These are foods that we're supposed to be getting in our diet that we cannot afford to get in our diet anymore. But when you look at everything about Neolife, as a company, we look out for everybody. And in our industry, we see and notice that there are more women than men. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because women talk more than men. But what I can tell you, there's a huge opportunity today for men to have their own businesses, because you can start a business here today, whether you're in Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, Lesotho, or Nigeria, or anywhere where we are registered. You can start a business, an international business for that matter, and your business can grow and cross boundaries. You can earn funny money. I like to say funny money. Have you earned money that you don't even know where it comes from? That is funny money. Funny money where you look at the money and you can't even count the money. This is what this business can do for you. Today, people are looking for jobs. There are no jobs. Even if you do find a job, there are so many restrictions, so many things that you can do, you can't do. But here's a business that you can do part-time or full-time. And when you do this business, it gives you freedom to do all the things that you want to do. And I know that many of the men, I'm going to talk about South Africa so that I don't get into trouble with the people in East Africa here. But maybe if you know this, if it does happen, you would understand. Some of the men here in South Africa, they go to work, they come back from work, and they read a newspaper, or they are sitting with their cell phones and they're watching the cell phones most of the time, and they don't engage with their families. And the question would be why? In actual fact, it's because of the stress. In actual fact, it's because they don't have money. In actual fact, they're not happy with the life they're living. They're trying to find a barrier to block them from their wives. They're trying to make sure that there is no discussion about money. There's no discussion about improving their house. There's no discussion about a new car. There's no discussion about a vacation. There's no discussion about school fees, because they don't have money. This is what happens in South Africa. I don't know if it does happen in East Africa. But also, sometimes we as men, we want to do or get the best of the best for our families. Fred mentioned it, and he said, the man is the head and the woman, the wife, is the neck. The man has different duties in a family. And when they have different duties in the family, the most important thing is security. Is to secure, protect, look after their families at all times, and make sure that they have the best family. But because of all the challenges that I've just mentioned, sometimes you can't get all of that, and we become frustrated. And then we turn to all the other things that will never, ever help us. We tend to, with drugs, to alcohol, to try and reduce the stress. But here's what I'm going to tell you here today. By doing all of those things, engaging on bad things to your health, that will lead to all the other health challenges, like your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your diabetes, all of these bad things, to TB, chronic disease, and all of those things. It's about time that we take charge. It's about time that we as African men, we take the responsibility of building Africa. We cannot wait for somebody. We cannot wait for somebody that we don't know and where they're going to come from. We can make a huge difference. The small little gestures, the small little things that we do in our communities by educating people about Neolife. how to take care of your health, educating people how they can create wealth through this opportunity of Neolife, creating people who are positive. Personal development is one of the most important things that we always talk about at Neolife. When I say it's one of the most important things at Neolife, I just took something from Mandela's book, Nelson Mandela's book. It says, a good heart and a good head is a great combination, or a formidable combination, for success. Your brain and your heart needs to go hand in hand. You need to make sure that you educate yourself. Personal development. The personal development that you get from Neolife is just unbelievable. You learn things that you're never going to learn in a university, in a classroom, or anywhere else. We help you to become a better person. We bring you closer to your creator. We bring you closer to your family. You know, the people that I've seen at Neolife, they are closer to their families. And many of the distributors on the call here, they are closer to their wives. That you can just see love, love, love all the time. When Jerry Brasfield started this company, he had no hope, no dream, no nothing. And he was very young, and he built a huge business, and he's got friends wherever he goes. But not only friends wherever he goes, he has made us connect in a positive way. He has made us all around the world to say, hey, here's an opportunity that can change our lives. And he's continuing to grow this business, but it's not only him. It's the small, the little, the young, the old people from obscure or different or any place in Africa who are really making a positive difference. He brought the company. It's now up to us to take this company to the people, to the world. If we had to take this opportunity and give it to as many people as possible out there, you know what will happen? There will be more love, there will be more joy, there will be more happiness. There will be less fighting. Not only less fighting, less disease, less chronic disease, less all of these ailments that we see. And this is an unbelievable opportunity that also gives you freedom. When you are a husband or a boyfriend or a brother, you start thinking differently. You start looking at things in a different perspective. But when I say that you start looking at things in a different way, it's a different way in a positive way. It's a different way where you want to help other people. When you give, when you help more people, when you give your smile, when you give happiness, when you bring joy in other people's lives, success will follow. Success will follow. Let's not worry about what the kind of car that other people are driving. Worry about helping more people through this opportunity, because when you help more people to become successful, this is when you become successful. When you help more people to be strong, to have strong values in their families, to have more love and caring in their families, guess what? People will be happy to see you. You will attract happiness. You will attract positive people. People will be happy to see you. The question I have for you, are people happy when they see you? Do you bring joy to their homes, to their hearts? Do you love people? Do you care for people? If you're not at that point yet, I want you to change. I want you to say to yourself, as of today, I'm going to care more. I'm going to love more. I'm going to do more right. And I'm going to be a man, and I'm going to make sure that I'm in charge. I'm in charge of family. I'm in charge of my team. I'm in charge of my surrounding. And I can make a difference in the community that I live in. And when you start doing those things, guess what? There's so much more positive things that will come your way. This business will take you to places that you've never been to. You will travel through this opportunity. You know, I always remember my first trip. I went to Lesotho, my first trip. I had no idea, how to get into an airplane. Fred, at least you had a passport. I didn't even have a passport. And I got to the airport. Before this, I had to get myself a passport and then got ready. And then the last minute, they told me that I was the only one that was going to travel to Lesotho. I was devastated. I'd never been in an airplane before. I got to the airport. I saw that people at the airport, they had just a different way of walking. And I said, You know, I need to quickly adapt. I need to change this very fast. I need to start walking like people with a little bit of a step, and I change my movement. Get on the aeroplane, first time in an aeroplane, I didn't even want to say anything to anybody. I didn't even want anybody to say anything to me because I was frightened, I was scared. I didn't know how to behave in an aeroplane. And here I was, somebody comes and asks me what I want to drink. I said nothing. They asked me, what do I want to eat? And I thought, this is really strange. How could you be eating, you know, when you're far up in the sky? And I just said nothing. And you know what was funny is this, you know, everybody around me was eating and I was the only one that wasn't eating. And I had not eaten. So the food started smelling good and everything. And then I thought to myself, you know what, stuff this, you know. I asked the lady, I asked the person sitting to me, I said, so how much is it? And they said, it's all for free. And I said to the lady, just bring everything, whatever that you've got, bring it to me. I laugh about it most of the time, but you know what? Everybody can have their own experiences. Most of the distributors that are on this call here today, when they started, they never knew that they're going to achieve so much in life. The only thing that you need to do, you know, when you get to a point where you want to start something, is to start. And sometimes you'll be looking for doors to open and you've been knocking and knocking and knocking. Sometimes it's not about the knocking. It's about trying the handle because maybe the handle, there's no key. It is open. It's about you just taking the initiative and opening the door, and then you can go in. Here's an opportunity that can change your life forever. Here's an opportunity that can give you so much freedom. Here's an opportunity that you can make a huge impact in the lives of people around you. There are so many distributors and can name a lot of distributors whose lives have changed. Their lives have completely changed. Whether it is in East Africa, West Africa, in Europe, in Americas, in Asia, this business is making a huge impact. And when I look at this business today, I say, this is a business that can give you retirement. Have you ever thought of that? This is a business that can take you places you can travel. This is a business that can give you funny money. This is a business that can give you freedom. Freedom is a big word, but I want to try and make it simple for you. Freedom is when you have a choice. Do you have a choice? Do you have a choice of where you want to live, of what kind of car that you want to drive, how many cars you want to have? Do you have a choice when you want to go to work or when you don't want to go to work? This business gives you choices. And if this business gives you choices, and it's a business that is going to be around for many years to come, we are more than 60 years, and we're going to be around for more than 60 years or 160 years to come, as long as there are people and there's a need for our nutrition, and there's a need for a huge opportunity that changes people's lives. We're going to be around. And I want to say to all of you, for being here today, I want to thank you very, very much for being part of this opportunity meeting for men. For men, I know it's always challenging. I know there are so many people who are doubting your capabilities, but I want you to take this opportunity and prove to all of those people who have doubted you, and prove to all of those people who have pulled you down, who have PhDs. You know those people who have PhDs pull him down? I want you to take this opportunity, and run with it and make a huge difference in your life and the people's lives around you. And those people will look at you and salute you and thank you because you have changed their lives. So this is a wonderful opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And I want to give it back to our MC for today. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Brandon. We are so privileged to have you in East Africa and in Africa for that matter, and speaking to us this evening. We are really grateful. Thank you very much for the number of nuggets that you have actually given us this evening. Thank you very much. In East Africa, we say Asante sana. Now, my name is Isaac Ndongo. I am a high school teacher, and I got into this business in 2013. In fact, what happened is that in the course of my teaching at Rocho Girls, somebody told me about a business I could do alongside my teaching, and I took it. And when I took it, things changed. And this evening, I would want to tell the men on the call that this business was actually the first thing that put me in an airplane. I was brought up in a family where getting into an airplane was not a common thing. But this business actually gave me a chance to get right into a plane. Through this business, I have earned money that I should have gotten, you know, at the end of my retirement as a teacher. But I got it earlier on, and I continue to getting so much. I'm so excited this evening that somebody actually told me about this business. It has also given me very good health, and you know, and the people that I love, the people that are around me. And this evening, the lecturer friend, the engineer who invited me to this business and trained me in this business is the gentleman closing our meeting. I was with him in Mauritius recently, and he was honored as #1 in Africa. And I have no words to say because the gentleman is on the call. I want to give him the minutes that are remaining to the top of the hour so that he can say hi to us and tell us his story and close the meeting. So, and with all the honor, I want to invite none other but our leading president team member, Josphat Kariuki.
All right. Thank you, Isaac, for that kind introduction and kind words. I highly appreciate. I also want to appreciate the people who talked before me, that is friends, and my very good and old friend, Braddon. It's an opportunity I don't take for granted. And I'm very humbled. I'm not any special. I'm not any better than any one of us here. We are all men. There is none of us who is lesser than the other. No one is better than the other. It's only that some of us saw the opportunity before you. But someone said, if you do what successful people do, then you'll be as successful as they are. I'll start by introducing myself because I know there are many people who are seeing me for their very first time. Kariuki Josphat is my name. I'm married. I'm putting the fingers like this so that I don't have to tell you that I'm married. You can see. And I'm blessed with 4 young children. That of course tells you that I'm hardworking. This opportunity found me 10 years ago. I'm not the one who went looking for it. I thank God that the prayer I used to pray every day was answered by God sending someone into my house and brought the news that we are presenting to you today, and my life changed in a way that I cannot explain. I'll not even really go very deep into it, but I'll share with you so that you can perhaps see your future with the Neolife. So Kariuki Josphat was a full-time lecturer, as Isaac has said. I was teaching as a full-time lecturer at Catholic University of Eastern Africa here in Nairobi, Kenya. And I'm married, I've said that. My wife was a high school teacher, so we had 2 pay slips in the house. You might wonder why I really took this opportunity and ran with it, yet I had good job. You know, that's what we were taught. You go to school, you get the best education, get the best grades, you get a job, and your life will never be the same again. Faithful me, I did it perfectly well. When it comes to academics, I did it perfectly well. I remember when I went to Kenyatta University for my first degree, I got first class honors in physics and mathematics. And I never tarmacked. I got a job immediately, JOB, Journey of the Broke. I was so excited because of that job. But because I wanted the best, after doing my master's, I got another job now of teaching in the university. That's when I started teaching in the university. And I was excited to get some higher pay. I worked for a couple of years before I realized that I was moving in circles. And now I understand that Even if you are paying a lot of money, you are likely to still remain average, because when you are paying a lot of money, you find yourself living in a better place. So you pay the rent, you pay the bills, and you are left with nothing to develop yourself. You never save. So I was wondering, what is wrong with me? I'm working month in, month out, and I'm not having anything to show. If you borrowed me some money, 2,000, 3,000, I would tell you, like most of us men will do, I wish you came yesterday. And it was like that throughout. I wish you came yesterday, so that it appeared like yesterday I had money. It's only that I have already spent that money. And I was getting frustrated by that. Higher educated, earning some good money, but not making progress. It was quite shameful, because I could teach in the university, and we walked together with my students to the stage. And you know, sometimes it would rain, and rain will not know who is the lecturer, who is the student. So you can imagine, you know, running so that I cannot be rained on, and then I fall down. It was very embarrassing. Some students would offer to give me a lift, and I would pretend that I love walking for the sake of exercise, just because I was ashamed of being given a lift by my students. I'm trying to show you the kind of life I was living before this opportunity, so that you can appreciate that Neolife will pick you from where you are, a life of scarcity, and it will give you a life of abundance. So when I was shown the opportunity by the gentleman who came to my house, I bought it at once, because two things happened. An opportunity met ready minds. I was already so tired of being broke. So the opportunity came at the right time. I bought it at once. My biggest worry was, now I'm not good at selling. I couldn't imagine selling anything. I remember even when I enjoyed this opportunity, the first product I sold it at night, so that I am not seen by people selling. Because how can you as an engineer sell something, you know? But now today I ask myself, hey, how comes billionaires become billionaires by selling, whether a product or a service? Poor people want to buy, and they are buying from the rich people who are selling. Now, I'm not telling you to become a salesperson. I brought in my smartness, and I decided, okay, I've been told, use the products and share the products with those who need them, but also bring in other dreamers, those people who want to achieve a lot in life. And that is exactly what I did. So we got started, myself and my wife, because when you start, then even your wife benefits from the same. So my problem was, where will I get time from? But have you realized, gentlemen, that sometimes you find yourself so busy from very early in the morning up to late in the evening, and you are too busy, but you cannot account for what you've done within that day. You are too busy, you are sweating throughout, and you are comforting yourself that it is biblical, that a man shall eat from the sweat. You know, today you must not sweat, you can work smart. If that is the case, I challenge you that the most hardworking characters are the poorest. I mean, mkokoteni pullers. How rich are they? The guys, when you wanajenga kwa mjengo, they work harder than you and myself. How rich are they? It's about working smart, not working hard. I say that with confidence because I have 3 degrees, and I know it is good to be educated, but I also know that it's not about education, it's about smartness up here. And today we are challenging each other as gentlemen. It is either from today we get it right, or we continue living the life that we've lived, a life of mediocrity, a life of average. And it's not good, because you go through life, and during your burial, when they are reading the eulogy, it will be like this: he was born, he died, period. Nothing else. What did he do? We want the eulogy to be a bit long. He was born. Within no time, he started building businesses. He had touched thousands of people. And the people should cry in your burial. If you find people in your burial saying, it is good he has gone. He never helped anyone. That's not what you want. You want them to cry that now who will help us? The gentleman who was helping us is gone. So when we started small in this business like any other person. You will not start very high. True success will grow like a tree. A tree starts as a seed or a seedling, but with the time it grows to be a huge tree. That is our business. I started small. So I would teach in the university, but during my spare time, in the evenings and over the weekends, that is when I would tell friends about this opportunity. I also converted from buying stuff from supermarkets. I started buying the natural ones from this opportunity, from Neolife. And by so doing, I got my first check. Listen to this humble beginning. My first check was under 2,000 Kenya shillings, not US dollars, 2,000. Some people laughed at me. A whole professor. How can you be paid 2,000? They laughed at me. I looked at myself to check whether I'm okay. But then I remembered they told me that you start small, but you keep growing. In a span of 1 year, ladies, gentlemen, I'm used to ladies and gentlemen, today's men. In a span of 1 year, I was earning more in Neolife than what the university was paying me. So I'm earning 100,000 in the university, and I'm earning more than 100,000 here in Neolife. I found myself now driving. I didn't start with big cars. I started with a small car, Toyota Arion, which to me was a big thing. I now stopped using Route 11, walking like a cow. I now started feeling like I am a gentleman. Within 2 years and some months, I had gotten to a level where they pay you not less than 500,000 Kenya shillings. Brandon is here in this call as a company executive. Don't take away my bonuses, but I'll tell you, they overpay me. You will confirm that today, Kariuki is overpaid. Because what the university was paying me in 1 year, I make that in 1 month. And for your information, during this Corona period, I rarely go to town. I just sit around here with my young children. Tunakura stories, how is life and all that. You become a true father. Guys, let us not leave parenting to our wives. Actually, you are the one who is supposed even to be carrying the pregnancy. It's only that God decided to give you a helper. Your wife is a companion to help you. So she cannot carry these fellows in her womb and bring them up without you. It's only that sometimes we fail in that. I can see one gentleman scratching the head. It is true. But if you are too busy, you don't have time for your family. I was too busy that time before I joined Neolife that I would find my children asleep and I would leave the house before they wake up. So we never used to meet. And sometimes my wife would introduce me to my own children. She would tell them, have you had some days, sometimes in the house? This is the guy. And then my children would ask, this is our uncle. And no, it's your father. That is not what we want. We must live a total life. As gentlemen, let us live complete life. Financially free. Now I have that. I have financial freedom. Then you have time freedom so that you can do whatever you want to do with your time. Now, by 2015, I did something that has changed my life for good. I remember we were coming from South Africa with my wife. We had gone for a holiday, fully paid by the company. We were flying from Oliver Tambo International Airport. It was 20th of September 2015. And when we were 38,000 feet above the sea level, I wrote a very nice resignation letter. And when we landed, I took that letter to my boss and I fired my boss. Boss means builder of systematic stress. That is when my stress ended. No one to ask me for marks for students. No one to ask me why students are failing and others are passing more than they should. No one was to harass me to attend a meeting even when I'm supposed to be in a holiday with the Neolife. 20th September 2015, I fired my boss. Now I am my own boss. To be precise, I was able to retire at the age of 35. I was supposed to teach in the university up to the age of 75. And I challenge all of us, like Benjamin Franklin said, some men, he didn't say ladies, some men die at the age of 25, but they are buried at the age of 75. How true that one is. Guys, if we surrender our dreams and we accept to live an average life, then we are walking dead. And I'm telling you as a brother, as a, my dad, if you're of that age, whatever it is, so that we can help each other. And the question that we should be asked, if you are here for the first time, the question that you should ask us, the people who invited you, is, how do I start this journey? Don't start today. If it is possible, start yesterday. Please, I'm persuading us. And don't struggle to understand the business. You get started, we'll hold your hand, we'll walk with you, we'll mentor you. Today, I'm privileged when I see people like Isaac Dongo, someone that I showed the business from scratch. And today he has businesses in many countries all over the world. And many other leaders that God has helped me to mentor. I have a team of over 20,000 excited people. I say, thank you, Lord, you brought me into this opportunity. I doubt whether I really deserved it, but because I said yes, I'm now enjoying life to the fullest. I've achieved what men would want to achieve. You are a man like me. How do you feel when you are cruising in Nairobi with the latest shape of Land Cruiser? That is it, KCR 080M. I'm giving you the number plate. Ukiniona unisimamishe, you confirm that it is me. As long as you remain humbled, when you make wealth, remain humbled. That is how we are taught in Neolife. Today, I'm excited. I was able to buy my wife a house here. I don't want to show you, but a house of not 1 million, not 5, not 10, not a good house. And now she can accept. She can believe in what I told her when I was marrying her, that if you accept that I marry you, you will be shocked. But men, sometimes our ladies get shocked negatively. But for this one, she's shocked positively. She now can appreciate, but if she was to be married afresh, to answer maisha upya, she would say Kariuki again. And that is because of the empowerment I've gotten from Neolife. I must stop at this point, not because we are through, but because we must put a comma. And we'll be having more chances to talk. I appreciate the few minutes that have been given by my colleague leaders to speak to us. I want to believe that we will be meeting the beaches of the world. If you'll be there to be met. I've traveled all over the world. I am now in my 3rd passport. Yet when I came into the opportunity, I had not traveled anywhere. To do what? I'm happy I've bought my parents' cars and lands and everything. Now we are just living. We was hustling that time. We were surviving that time. But today, glory be to God, we are living. My future, I want to spend my entire life creating millionaires. This is not the time when we used to hear millionaire and then you are like, ooh! Because it's written in the Bible, I'm born again. It's written that, it's easier for camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man. So people misinterpret that. They don't want to be rich so that they don't go to heaven. But for me, I want to go to heaven having lived full life and I die empty. Gentlemen, let's join hands together. Let's change the world. You have no excuse for not living your best life ever. I want to stop at that. God bless you so much. See you at the beaches of the world if you'll be there to be met. Thank you. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the evening.